Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Tier list time. This one, why I came across it, I was super excited for it. Gotta do it. Breaking Bad, and I found a Sopranos character tier list. Look at that. These are two of my favorite shows. Like number one and two. Both honestly maybe just number one. Hard to say. I think I do like Sopranos a bit more, but Breaking Bad is fantastic. It's hard to say, honestly. And this is also Better Call Saul characters as well, which I've been watching the final season, almost done with it. So I'm excited and I'm ready to do this. So again, we're doing the Breaking Bad one. And right off the top, this first guy kind of made me thinking F, TBH. So this guy right here, first guy, he was kind of the final villain of Breaking Bad, and he is a Nazi, or at the very least, like a fucking Ku Klux Klan guy, KKK guy, and this ends up being the final villain, and he kidnaps Jesse. Pizza on the roof. This guy kidnaps Jesse and fucking starts selling Walt's meth. I mean, the acting of this character is not horrible, but it's just kind of like lackluster, especially to the fact that Gus was a way better villain, and after Gus became this guy, it's like, what? Get the fuck out of here. So, TBH, I'm kind of want to give this guy F. That's where Breaking Bad kind of fucked up on that last villain. I mean, again, I kind of maybe honestly maybe should just give him a D, but I want to give him an F just the fact that that was the last film before Gustavo. After Gustavo. Gus. Oh, damn, Stacey, need to get on it. These are two of the best shows. Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad and Sopranos. So three. I know you haven't seen Sopranos either. So this guy right here, he is whatever. I give him a D because this guy is in Better Call Saul. You can barely see his fucking picture. And he is just one of the lawyer guys who teamed up with this guy named fucking he just died. An episode I watched. What was his fucking name? Howard. I mean, see, I don't even know this guy's fucking name because he's just a whatever character. But there's nothing really insulting to his character like the last guy. Like this guy's just a whatever character, as the last guy was the final villain. So this guy gets just a D because makes no impact. Maybe you could give him a C, but I feel like those are kind of more characters that are a little bit better than Unforgettable Man here. Like this bitch. This bitch, she's honestly, I give her a C because she's kind of funny. She's kind of funny, even though she's totally just ragging on Saul a lot, and she's kind of a Karen, stuck up bitch. She's pretty funny of what she does and the shit that she gets in. So I give her a C. So this is I barely even didn't even recognize him. This is fucking Jesse's dad, and again, it's like no impact, but not really insulting. So I give him a D. Ooh, Howie. Howie gets a fucking B. Howie's great. Funny as fuck. Fat as fuck, but you love him for that. One of Saul's goons. Howie is fantastic. I think they recasted him because I feel like maybe, or am I wrong on that? I'm not too sure. I think they recasted him, sadly, because this guy has a pointy ass head. I feel like the new guy doesn't. His head isn't that pointy, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But Howie's great, hilarious. He lays on the money. How can you not love that? Nacho gets a B as well. Nacho's great. Maybe in the A territory, TBH, but I don't know. He has a great storyline. I love this actor. He played Voss in fucking what's that? Far Cry 3, and he was great in Far Cry 3. He's great in this. His storyline with him being a henchman to the cartel and kind of want to get out of it, but you know, I feel like I really don't remember any of the lines he said. You know, he's not a guy that I want to dress up as for Halloween. So, but he's great. So, I give him a B. Does his job. Ooh, another great character, Badger. But again, I don't know. Kind of maybe he's in A territory because I love these him and Skinny Pete. They're fantastic. I love these stoner characters. Might be in A territory, but for right now, I think I'm just gonna place him at B. Oh, Kim. Again, she might be A territory for me because Kim is great. She's a bad bitch. She fucking sticks loyal to Saul, and her storyline throughout Better Call Saul is great. So I don't know. But I feel like, you know, that's not her character is not the one that I really feel like changed my life and shit, but she's great. So I'll give her a B. Hank. Now Hank here is A territory because Hank is one of those characters that I feel like in the show is real profound to me. I love Hank. Hank is just hilarious, and Hank is always really he's the underlying villain throughout the whole series because he is the brother-in-law of Walter White Heisenberg, and he's always the stress factor to Walt of him figuring out that his fucking brother-in-law is selling meth, the best meth, and he's just again hilarious. Kind of reminds me of my dad, both looks wise and a bit of his personality wise. So I think Hank deserves A territory. This guy, this is the junkyard owner. Great character, hilarious, but honestly, kind of just average because I don't really remember his name. He's just a junkyard owner guy, but he has some great little moments where they build the magnet and whatnot and helping them out with fucking not getting caught. But they didn't really use him too much, so I say he deserves a C. Hold up. I stretch my legs there. Combo. Again, kind of the fault of that his character died kind of soon. From all the stoner guys, he's kind of the least of the stoner guys. But again, he was great. He did a good job. He was a good character, funny, has some funny lines. It was sad. You felt his impact when he did die, but doesn't really have that lasting power as fucking Skinny Pete and Badger. Now this is the guy that's friends with Walter White, who Walter White is using as a live to where the money's coming from, because he had a friend that used to work was a partner with in this business, but Walter decided to sell out and sell his shares and become a teacher. While this guy he kept up with the business and actually became super successful. And Walter White's all jelly of him and shit. Like I'm just thinking D for him because he really doesn't show up that much. Doesn't really make that big of an impact. Not really funny in any moments. So I think he just deserves a D. And this bitch, I don't even know. I think this is the guy's wife. I'm realizing that now, and no impact, but not insulting. So this is Crazy Eight. Crazy Eight is interesting because he's the first person that Walter White kills. I guess technically he kills the other guy first, but this is a big conundrum of what to do with Crazy Eight, the guy I'm locked up, and he didn't really make too much of an impact, but his episodes were fantastic because they're the first early episodes of dealing with him, and I mean the whole season's kind of revolved around him, of what they're gonna do with this guy, and some of the shit he says, questions with the conversation he has with Walter White are pretty good, and he's actually pretty good in Better Call Saul as well. He shows up in some scenes, but he doesn't really have any lasting power. So I give him a C. This is, see, I don't know his name, but I do kind of like this character. He's pretty funny. This is kind of the rival of Saul Goodman in the courtroom. Sometimes this is like his frenemy. Really, this is his frenemy, where the guy kind of hates him, but he talks to Saul for they exchange info at times and whatever. But he doesn't really do much for me. I don't want to put him in D territory because it's not like totally forgettable. So I'll put him in C. All right. All right. So this character, she is Jesse Pinkman's last girlfriend, and I give her honestly a D. Kind of bland, forgettable, especially compared to Jesse's first girlfriend, fucking Jane. Jane's way cooler. This chick, I don't even know her name. I don't even know her name. So I'll give her a D, TBH. Didn't really remember her. Now this is a controversial one. Skylar. Skylar is the wife of Walter White, and she's probably the most hated character of the show. Maybe the only one that ties with her is her sister, which she's right next to her. Skylar. Honestly, though, I don't hate Skylar. I don't hate Skylar as much as most people do. Now, I do kind of agree a little bit with the hate of, which is where the most hate stems from, is um, she cheats on Walter White for Ted, but I like Skylar because she's conflicted. You know, she fucking doesn't want her husband bringing all that gangster shit into the fucking household, which does happen because Walt gets in deep, start making rivals. So she has a right, honestly, to fucking all her fears and shit. Now, that last, which is hard for me to watch that scene. I do gotta rewatch the episode where she, when Walter wants to leave and she fucking fights back and like stabs his hand and cuts his hand and shit. That was crazy. I was like, damn. I gotta rewatch that episode. But I'll give her a B. Because I do like it that she starts helping out. See, I guess that's also the problem too with Skylar. Is that she's a hypocrite. Because she gets all pissy at Walt, but then she starts helping him. And like, bitch, you know he's in deep. And when it's time to go, you're just fucking fighting back and not doing nothing. Like, it's time to go. She ain't ride or die. She tries to act like it. Hmm. Damn. think C. I give her a C because Skylar does kind of suck. I don't know. She was all right in the first season. She was kind of bitchy. Then the second season, and she gets like all weirded out. Fucking starts trying to divorce him. Third season, then she starts helping and shit. And fifth, fourth, and fifth gets all bitchy again. But her acting is good. The actress that plays her. And again, I still kind of like Skylar a bit with her attitude and shit. So, with again helping out, but I don't want to say she's horrible. She's like forgettable and her acting's bad. I mean, none of these actors' acting's bad, so I think a C. Cause I mean, honestly, I kind of like her sister a bit more, TBH. Which again, controversial take. People probably put her in the F category because her sister Maria. There's a whole storyline of her in the beginning of the series of her stealing shit, which kind of goes nowhere. But honestly, she's pretty funny. Maria's pretty funny with her fucking. I guess she's kind of a Karen esque character, but she starts being kind of cool when Hank gets shot and she takes care of him. She starts giving him handies and shit. So I don't know if I'd give her a B, but a high C. So to rank me all these characters, Maria gets a C. This guy is whatever. Whatever henchman gets a D. Doesn't say anything. He's one of the henchmen of Gustavo. Walter Jr. I like Walter Jr. Walter Jr. I relate him to the innocence of the show. He's the only really good person just because TBHC he's a teenager, but he's not like a snot nosed teenager. Oh, Namir has disagreements. Damn, they're not that bad. They're not F territory. All right, especially. All right, maybe I can kind of see Skylar, but Maria's not too bad, bro. Hank wife, she starts giving him handies. Remember when she gave him a handy when he was fucking bedridden? She kind of cool. I mean, and fucking Skylar, she gave Walt a handy too. And remember that sex scene with Skylar and Walt in the car? See, there's some redeeming values to these ladies. I'm not saying, you know, they're above average, but they're average. I don't think they're below. I think they're average. There are a lot of complexity to these ladies, and can you blame them for being a little weird because of their husbands? I mean, again, they didn't marry into these guys. I give Skylar a little bit more leeway because fucking Walt started doing that shit behind her back. But you know, I don't mind these bitches. Now back to Walter Jr. Walter Jr. for me is a B. I like Walter Jr. I think it's pretty funny. Especially at the time I was watching the show, it's kind of approaching his age. So I would hang out with Walter Jr. He's a cool kid. Damn. This guy, I don't even recognize. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. This have to do Google image search on this one. I can't even fucking see who this is. What? Who? I don't even know who this fucking is. See? I, I really didn't think I need. I had an I don't know, but I was like, I don't know if I really need this. I do need a I don't know. I don't know who the fuck that is. Adorable. No clue. No clue who that is. All right, man of the fucking show. Walter motherfucking White. Goddamn Heisenberg. Man on my wall. You already know where he goes. A plus. Even though I've been watching one of my YouTubers, Paul's Ego. He recently watched Breaking Bad, and it says Walter White really is a scummy character, and that is true. Walter White is pretty scummy. Fucking goes too far with shit. Really puts his family in jeopardy. But his storyline's fantastic. I mean, he's the motherfucking man to show the fucking conflict of a man who's in the last years of his life. What would you do? And he just makes the most of it. Starts going crazy, making meth and making shit ton of money. And Walter White's funny as fuck. A lot of times, he has some great lines. Of course, fucking, I am the danger. Say my name. You already know. The pizza on the roof. Again, he's a fucking smart ass dude. Always thinking on his feet. Shit always going awry, but fucking, he's prevailing. Until he doesn't at the end. I'm sorry to say, Namir, he's fucking dead. He's dead. I know he had a lot of hopes that he was alive still. I think they really put it official, and the Better Call Saul that he's dead, and he was dead in that last episode too. See, fucking, I don't know who the fuck this is. What the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Like Indian guy. I don't remember there being an Indian guy. No clue. No clue. This, I don't even know. I think she just gave him an F because they're like, who? But they're probably just like, probably one scene. I don't know why they're on here. Yeah, I don't know. Being charitable. Now, this is fucking Better Call Saul Goodman's brother. What was his fucking name? Chuck. And this is Chuck. And Chuck Chuck is a pain in the ass because he fucking goes after his brother, even though his brother takes care of him. I get it, his brother is pretty scummy, but Saul Goodman does really fucking a lot of shit for him, and then he just goes after him. But I do kind of like the philosophy of what Chuck brings into the show and the questions that he brings up. But and he kills himself. Like what the fuck? True, you already know. But Chuck, I think Chuck just gets a C. Kind of the same feelings I have with him with Skylar. Yeah, they're paying the asses, but what they bring to the show is a lot of duality, and they bring up kind of the questions of. See, these are kind of both of them are the pain, like the bitchy person of the main character. See, Skylar was bitching at Walter White, and this guy was bitching at Saul Goodman. So they bring the bitchiness. What you need with the show, because it's like, yeah, why are you doing this? Someone gotta question them. Gail, Gail Beneke, who fucking was gonna be Walter White's new assistant, but fucking Sally got into his demise. I like Gail. Gail gets a beat. He's funny. He has that funny video. They did a funny video where he does karaoke behind a green screen. He's super nerdy. Fucking, if Walter White could just have him as partner, he would. But sadly, fucking Gustavo puts them against each other. But I like Gail. Gail's a funny character. And speaking of Gustavo, the best villain of the show, he gets an A. Gustavo Fring, the actor that plays him, I should know his name. He's a fantastic actor. He was in Do the Right Thing. He's in The Mandalorian. Fantastic guy, and he does great as in the show again of the duality of trying to hide who you are in the public eye, and he's like what Walter White strives to be. Gustavo is what Walt wants to be, but does it better. But sadly, he does get his demise. Goddamn bomb. But honestly, they should have kept him throughout the whole goddamn series. But I get it. I guess Walter White got to secede over him at some point. Jane. I'll give Jane a B. I like Jane. One, just because she's cute. That goes a long way with me. And again, it is kind of her negative that she started going after Walter White. You bitch. But she brought a lot of happiness to Jesse and shit. And her death in the show is probably one of the most fucked up ones of choking on her puke chunks, Jimi Hendrix style. But again, she was a cute chick. It was nice that Jesse finally got a girlfriend and shit, so I give her a B. Just because, yeah, she's cute. Now, this is Howard, the fucking guy that just died. Better Call Saul. Uh-oh. Test, test. Why does that fucking shit happen, man? This is bullshit. Test, test, test. Oh my god. Test, test, test. Oh my lord. Test, test, test. Yeah, put the chat out more. Testing this. Test, test. Hello, hello. Still sounds a little crackly. I don't know what the fuck. Let me. Oh my god. Test, test. Alright. Sounds good now. What the fuck, bro? It's bullshit. I don't know what that large zap noise, too, was about. Fuck it. Alright, we're back. We're back at it. Uh oh. Hmm. Sounds a little warbly. Warble, 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 warble. Whatever, man. Might just have to switch fucking mics. Alright, nah, that sounds alright. Okay, here we go. So Howard, fuck. He gets a C. He's not really funny a character, but he's not horrible. It's kind of just a pain in the ass again to fucking Better Call Saul, Jimmy. But you kind of need him. Need that in the show. How he dies is pretty sad, but kind of deserved it. Here we go. Fucking Mike, A plus, A plus plus. Mike is an amazing character. Fucking, he is the man. It's goddamn one of the best. It's hilarious, yet always kind of serious at the same time. He's old, but he'll fucking kick your ass. He's the ultimate. He's like Boba Fett, but tight. You know, a great ass character. I feel like sound low. All right, it's all right. And fucking A. It's kind of bullshit that fucking Walter White killed him. I think he could have fucking killed Walter White. I think he could have fucking stopped his death because he's always like ahead of everything. He's the ultimate fucking hitman guy. This guy, he gets a C. He's whatever. He's one of the fucking cartel guys. And, you know, honestly, a D territory. Kind of just forgettable, but not totally forgettable because I do kind of remember him. But I don't really do too much. But, I don't know. I think I honestly D for him, but I feel like it's a little harsh. Mm, I'll give him a. I'll keep him there. The vet's cool, but again, he's not really used all that much. He's only in Better Call Saul. He's kind of guy that kicks off the crime world for Saul Goodman, and he's always patching up people that get fucking shot and shit. But it deserves to be in B territory. Mm, a high C. A high C. It's kind of similar to the Junkyard Man guy, but a good side character, but nothing, not a showstopper kind of character. I think this is Ted. So fucking I can't see shit. Let's see. Can I just zoom in? I should just do it general. Yeah, Ted. Kind of fuck Ted. Ted kind of deserves to be an F. Yeah, Ted kind of sucks. Like, there's a fucking guy with cancer. You're gonna start fucking his wife. And then you start taking money from her. And then he fucking has his storyline ends in kind of a bitchy way ever, where he runs away and fucking slips on a rug and he's paralyzed from the neck down. It's like, what was even a point of him? Ted kind of gets an F. I should have been doing it like this. Fucking Skinny Pete. Honestly, he's kind of A territory, but does he really deserve to be with all the greats up there? I don't think so. Honestly, I think that kind of says for Jesse Pinkman because he's kind of like the captain and all that. But I kind of like him more than Jesse, TBH. Because just because Skinny Pete here is like the total image of a meth head, and he's hilarious. And he really don't be fucking up. He's kind of a good help, but I'll give him a B. He's definitely better than Badger. I kind of give him. He's my favorite of all the Bs. All right. Let's see here. Oh, the twins. These characters are tight. Twin cartel hitmen. They don't say anything. They do talk a little bit in Spanish, but mainly they're all fucking just faces. These guys get a B easily. These guys are tight. Maybe kind of even A, but they're just like really cool side characters. Honestly, we can have a whole show off of these guys. They're fucking. I love them. I want to give them an A, TBH. I really love the twins, but again, for them, it's kind of a flaw that they don't say anything because they don't really say any lines. They're like memorable or they're not really funny. They're all just kind of stoic, but they're really tight. Oh my lord. Fucking Amazon bullshit keep popping out. Now this guy was the is this guy is the wife of this lady, and he's kind of a cuck. But he's kind of it's funny that he's a cuck. So I put him as C. He's kind of just a bitch boy, but he's really funny. And same thing with this guy. He's a funny nerdy character guy, and Better Call Saul. How many you want to put him in B? Because he's like ridiculous. He gets a fucking Hummer and shit, but we really don't see him too much, and he doesn't really have that much of an impact. But he's pretty funny, so I give him a high C. Fucking started selling pills. This guy's forgettable. He was just part of the say my name scene. You really don't even see him afterwards. Don't even know his name. Now this guy is the father of Jane, and honestly, he kind of deserves D as well. He doesn't really do too much. He has kind of a good scene with Walt at the bar, and he's the cause of fucking two planes to crash into each other. But besides that, it's like, what else is there to his character? I don't want to say he's completely bland and forgettable like these people, so I'll just put him in C. Now this chick, she's funny. She's in Better Call Saul. She's part of these college kids that Saul hires to make his little shitty commercials, and she's the makeup artist of them. She's cool. She actually sees that Saul Goodman is down, and she asks him what's wrong, and she's always there for Saul, part of that crew. But there ain't really much to her, so I just kind of put her in C, a high C. She's one up there, but not much really to her. Now, Robert Forrester. I forgot his character's name, but this is Robert Forrester, and he's great. He's in just in the last season and in the El Camino show, but he's a great guy, and he's part of. He helps people disappear. He helps Walter White fucking lam it and shit. So he's great. And sadly, El Camino was his last movie. I gotta put him in B. This guy. This is actually, if you're still listening, Stacy, and Scarface. This is Manny, Scarface's best friend in the movie Scarface. And he's in fucking Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He's one of the cartel guys. He's one of the more memorable cartel guys. But they really didn't show him too much, but he's great. He's one of the more he's the like flashy cartel guy. I'll give him I'm thinking B. I'm thinking B. He kinda deserves it. He's got more above and beyond these people, but is he really? TBH kinda he's a low B. He's a low B. This is the intern of Howard's. Yeah, she's whatever. She's not completely forgettable. Kind of could be in D, but yeah, I'm nice. I'll probably see. This guy, he was in the first. What's up? What's up, Stacy? You have some disagreements? Oh man, come on, man. I see what you're saying. You know what, man? Your wife is right. You are an asshole. He's that guy. He's the one that tried to fuck Tony's sister in the bathroom. Wait, no, not in the bathroom, but just tries to get with her. Hey, man, she's no good for you. All right, this guy, he's a D. He helps. He's like the assistant to Saul Goodman's brother, and he's just whatever. He gets a D. Now this is I think Saul Goodman's receptionist, and she's all right. She has some funny stuff. She's kind of cool. She helps him out, do some criminal shit, but mainly she's kind of just whatever. This guy, this is the fucking like the chief of the fucking DEA. Kind of forgettable. He's just there to fucking say congrats and that Hank should take a break, but he doesn't really make much of an impact. Gomez. I love Gomez. Gomez is hilarious. He's the partner of Hank. Kind of honestly kind of fits in A territory, but I'll give him a high as B. Gomez is great. So sucked. It was real shitty that he died. It's, I hate to say I feel more sad that he died than when Hank died, but I like Hank overall. No, no, this is the fucking wife of the fucking best friend, or used to be best friend of Walt. She gets a D. She's just forgettable. Or and even F. She's kind of bitchy, but I don't want to be mean. Here we go. Second main man. Jesse gets an A. Even though honestly Jesse could kind of maybe get a B, TBH. But I like Jesse. Jesse has some great lines. Nah, Jesse's hilarious. Jesse gets an A. Jesse's tight. He's like fucking tries to act all thuggish in the beginning, dressed up all in that rap aesthetic, but then he starts fucking becoming a little bit more serious. But early Jesse's hilarious. Early Jesse's great. This guy, he's part of the camera crew of again that Better Call Saul's commercial crew, and he's alright. Yeah, he just kind of fits with the makeup chick. This guy, he's a D. I don't even remember him. I think it's one of the fucking guys that hire Saul or some. I don't remember. Uh oh. Is this Crazy 8 again? There's two Crazy 8s. Because I already did Crazy 8. So who's this guy? That's not Crazy 8. Oh? Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Get the fuck out of here. So this guy's just, I don't know. Alright, so, correction here. Uh oh. My mic is going kapooey again. So we're gonna have see. I don't know who the fuck the other guy was. Ooh, Lalo. Lalo Salamanca. I like Lalo. Lalo's great. Maybe even A, but oh, I really do like Lalo. That's hard. I think he's just a B. Sorry, Lalo. I like ya. You're a pretty cool guy, but eh, these top tier guys are just so badass. And you're almost there, but kind of too badass. Like a shit ton of guys with guns coming after you. Presumably they're trained killers, and he just takes them out like always. So it's kind of like, how the fuck did he die from goddamn Gus? But it happened. This guy is a D. He was a fucking counter guy. I don't even know why he's really on here. This bitch. Oh, I'm kind of okay to give her an F. I forgot her name. Or she was Lydia, I believe. She kind of funny, but then she turns on Walter. Didn't really like her. She gets an F. Lydia sucks. I should have killed her at that moment when they had the chance. Luckily, fucking Walter White poisoned her ass. Poison her ass. Let me see. Marius, alright. Alright. So this is Nacho's dad. He's a sweet guy. He's a little disappointed in his son. But overall, he's just kind of a whatever character. I give him a C. He has some good moments. The actor's good, but he's not really like funny or anything, so he's whatever. This I don't even know who this chick is. Who the fuck is her? I don't even know. This is Jesse's mom, Jesse Pinkman's mom, and I give her a D. Kind of don't even want to give her an F because she's kind of bitchy, but I'll be liberal. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck this is. I think I do, but she's kind of forgettable. I really, honestly, like, I'm gonna put her. I don't know. Like, yeah, who are some of these lady characters? Like, who the fuck is this bitch? And who the fuck is this bitch? Bill Burr. We got Bill Burr up in the house. I hate to say it, Bill Burr's character is kind of a C. Yeah, they didn't really use him that much. I don't know. I don't think they knew who they had. Sadly, until maybe kind of the end. But Bill Burr is awesome. I give him an IC. His character, Howie, Huey, a little better, but Bill Burr's character, he had some. He helped out, had some pretty cool moments, but they didn't. I guess they didn't really realize that. Yeah, this motherfucker is a great comedian. They should have made him more funnier. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck this bitch is. This guy, he's a D. He's in Better Call Saul. He's like one of the guys that works with Saul as a lawyer. Shit. Here we go. Here we go. And this guy, honestly, from all the A characters, oh shit, come on now. This guy is the top of all the A characters. Saul Goodman is the funniest character in this show. I'm sorry to say, I like him more than Walt. He has just so many memorable lines. I love his look, his fucking the shit that he gets into, storyline, and it made him more sympathetic in Better Call Saul, and his evolution of becoming a scummy lawyer guy is actually like understandable and heartfelt. It's great. He's great. Saul Goodman, the best character of Breaking Bad, in my opinion. Boom operator guy again. He's with the fucking camera crew, and it's just a C. Kind of. He's kind of a D because from all those three guys, those two characters, he's the most forgettable. He doesn't really say anything. So honestly, he can kind of go in a D, TBH. But I put him a C. I put him with the rest of them. I'll go with my first logic. I don't even know who this bitch is. Like for real. Who are these three ladies? Who? Who? Let me do the Google thing. You know who these ladies are, Stacy? He's higher than Walt. I'm sorry. I mean, he got his own show. He's so good. He got his own show. There's a reason why. Fucking got his own show. Okay, so this is the daughter of Mike. She gets a D. This blank forgettable. I was like, whatever. She doesn't have any funny lines or nothing. Let's see. This lady. Again, like I said, I think I do kind of know her. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of interested in this lady's character. Really, who the fuck are the dudes? Who are you people? Oh, this is nail shop Asian lady owner. Oh, she's great. I give her I give her a C. Okay, I was too hesitant. I didn't put her in F for nothing. I don't know. Oh, but she's funny though. She's hilarious. All right. Oh, Don Hector. Don Hector gets a B. He's great. Again, this is one of the actors from Scarface, and he does a lot with just ringing a fucking bell. He's hilarious. His facial expressions, the face they fucking makes. Maybe he kind of deserves an A, but I give him a B. I don't know. He kind of deserves an A. Don Hector is great. Fuck. Kind of feel like I'm doing a little bit of disservice, but I hate to say it again with him not really speaking too much. Kind of hurts him a bit because he's not as like memorable in that sense where he has any great lines or anything, but he's great. Now this guy, I forgot his fucking name. God, it was Ted, I think. Something like no, it wasn't Ted. I gotta look what the fuck his name was because like some simple name. Todd. Todd. Todd's a fucking bastard. He's creepy. This actor, I'm thinking a B for Todd. Maybe honestly C, but Todd was good. I like Todd. Todd was kind of the better final villain than that racist guy. I think that's kind of what was the point. But eh, Todd, because he was so like kind of upbeat guy, not even nice. But then he was like do some horrendous shit, fucking killed a kid, and the actor that plays him, I hate to say it, I'm not trying to be mean. He's like reminds me of like a deformed Matt Damon. Looks like Matt Damon, but deformed. But Ton, he wasn't really all that funny or anything. So I was bummed to see. He was a good villain, but nothing that really made too hard of an impact on me. I'm like, that was a cool character. Tuco. I like Tuco. Tuco's a B. Tuco's fun. He's scary. As the first villain, kind of real main villain, I think it was pretty good. But they did upgrade pretty way better with Gustavo. But I gotta give him some credit. Tuco was fun to watch. Those guys just a fucking these two guys they're just whatever. They're the henchmen of fucking Gus. They really don't leave much of an impact. Wendy. This is the fucking the prostitute of the show. Wendy's great. I love Wendy. I don't know if she does hers B, but she's pretty funny. Hmm. Kind of feel like she is in B territory. I give her a C. She has some fun moments, but she doesn't really. Again, I like that's a cool character. And this guy, Werner, he's the guy that creates the meth lab, and he's again. I think just C. All right, kind of a nice character, kind of sweet, but he is a little bit dumb for wanting to leave and ends up dying for it. So there we go. Breaking Bad tier list for A's or the real fucking juggernauts of the show. Saul, Walt, Hank, Gustavo, Mike, and Jesse. My B's. I think Gail can maybe go down. I think Gail can go down. He's alright. Let's see. I'm confident in my B's. I think my B's are yeah. Yeah. I'm confident in my shit. And these bitches and these dudes, no fucking clue. I'm trying to think, who are they missing in this show? They didn't have the principal. The oh, that's what maybe. No, that's not her. See, like, who's this bitch? But they don't have the principal. That fucking Walt tries to fuck. Yep, that looks about right. For a person that never seen Breaking Bad, Stacy, this looks about right. All right. So on to the Sopranos. You see any of the Sopranos, Stacy? Have you seen a lick of it? Cause it seems like you've seen a lick of Breaking Bad, but I don't think you've seen a lick of Sopranos. Maybe have I showed you some Sopranos? Let me do a little cutaway real quick. Yeah, was it because I showed you Sopranos? All right. Ninu, Ninu. Okay, I showed you a bit. All right. Well, I hope you get to fucking give me your input. I need your help on this, Stacy. I don't know who goes who. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know who these characters are. So I need your input to tell me who these fucking the names and the origin stories of these characters, Stacy, because I don't even fucking know. I just scanned through and I don't see Tony on here. Is the main fucking character not on here? Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, Tony's on there. Why is it on the bottom? Let's just put him on. I guess we'll get to him when we get to him. All right. Oh, I see. Because it's alphabetical. Yes, whatever. Let's begin. Dude, you should. You should just keep your eyes open for as long as you can and watch all the Sopranos because it's worth it. It's gonna be like over 80 hours of TV watching. Over 80 hours. So that's fucking calculator time. It's more than 2 days. I know that. Let's go. Let's say 86 because I think there's 86 episodes divided by 24. 3 days, 3.5 days of fucking non-stop watching. I'd do it. Sopranos worth it. All right, Adriana. I like Adriana. For one, she's probably the hottest character in the show, so that's a big one. That really helps. She's pretty funny. She's cute. Adriana gets a B just because like she's like Jane in Breaking Bad. She's the fucking girlfriend of the Christopher, who's kind of one of the big storyline characters throughout the show of being a young gangster. He's like the youngest of the gangsters, and this is his girlfriend. Sadly, she gets abused a lot. He fucking beats on her. It's really sad. There you go. Get some fucking pizza, some scugliodelle, some fucking provolone, the gabagool, and the fucking spaghetti and meatballs, the Sunday gravy, and the fucking prosciutto, and the fucking baguettes, and the fucking goopa goopa, and the fucking cannoli, and the fucking gaba gaba. Plain Jane. Let me call them Plain Jane. These chicks have my heart. They're the hottest chicks of the show. AJ. Anthony Jr. People's controversial take coming here because people say this is probably one of the worst characters of the show. I like Anthony Jr. For one, I hate to say I relate a lot to his storyline because he's the youngest main character of the show. He's the son of the gangster. And then he struggles of trying to be like his dad, but he's just too wimpy and shit. And he tries to commit suicide, but it's fucked. So I give AJ a B as well. I like AJ. When he's a funny, fat young kid, kind of reminds me of my brother. Then he gets all thin and shit. Artie, I love Artie. Artie's hilarious. He's the chef for the gangsters. Best friend of Tony. Sadly, they kind of drop his character towards the end, which is kind of make me heartbroken because Artie's great. Artie gets a B. Maybe even A. But I'm thinking just B for right now. So this is Benny. He's one of the lackeys of Tony, and he's all right. You know, he has some funny moments and shit, some funny lines. They don't really utilize him too much, so he's just a C. He doesn't really have any memorable lines or anything, but he's a good character. Have some little moments. He had a little storyline where he was fucking stealing from the chef's restaurant, and it was kind of funny moment. Blanca. This is the girlfriend of AJ, one of his girlfriends. She's super hot, but she really don't do too much in the show. But she is good. I give her a C. She's just kind of, I don't know, she starts to get kind of bitchy out of nowhere with Anthony, but from when you understand is that he's like, I don't know, she kind of can get in D. But saving her is that she's really hot, so she gets a C for her hotness. Ooh, Steve Buscemi, Tony B. He's the cousin of main character Tony Soprano, and he gets a B. His storyline shows up in season 5 is a great storyline of he was a gangster back in the '80s, and then he got arrested, and finally gets out of jail. And he's just trying to get his life together. He wants to live a normal life, being a fucking masseuse or chiropractor, but you know, he's surrounded by gangsters, and he used to be a gangster, so fucking gets back into the bullshit, and sadly ends up dying. But it was a great storyline. Bobby. Bobby Baculari, played by Steve Schirriper. He's hilarious in the podcast, and he's great in the show. But again, not like one of the top tier juggernauts of the show. So I give him a B. But he's hilarious, super fat. But apparently they made him wear a fat suit to make him look extra fat. It was like, goddamn, yeah, because he was fucking huge. This guy right here, Brendan Floom, he kind of might be our first D. He's alright, kind of funny, but kind of forgettable. Like he's in the first season. He dies off pretty quick. Kind of just whatever. Um, yeah. Start putting some D's. And another guy that go here. This guy's name is Butchie. He shows up towards the end of the series. It's kind of whatever. Doesn't not really that funny. Kind of just there. Not bad, but not insulting. But it's kind of just there. Carlo. Again, kind of also similar way. Kind of just there. Doesn't really have any majorly funny lines or does anything. So, yeah. Mm, maybe could go to C, but yeah, he's just kind of there. All right. This is one of the main characters, Carmela, the wife of main character Tony. And honestly, for me, even though her storyline throughout the show is great and her acting is great, Carmela has some funny moments, but she's not like hilarious as the real big A juggernauts I'm about to put up on there. So honestly, she can just go to B. So a lot of people do like her. Could put her up in A, but I think she deserves B. So this is Carmine, and he can kind of almost go in D as well. I may give him a little credit because he was a big factor of the show. He's the big mob boss for oh. You mean you see a pattern? What's the pattern? Oh, I need to do a cutaway. Like just because there's a lot of middle, we just haven't hit any juggernauts yet. We're about to hit a juggernaut soon, so don't worry. Fucking A. You save the A's for the people that really deserve it. You save the F's for the people that really deserve it. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of middle because honestly, that's how kind of shows are. A good one, at least, you know. A bad show, all the characters are awful. Soldier horses. All right, but yeah, he can. I give him a C because he's not really like just forgettable, but he's just whatever. So this is the wife of the chef, and she's good, but the actress that plays her is pretty hot, but she's not like hilarious or her storyline is too gripping. They kind of trail off from her in the show, so I give her a C. She's all right. Now here we go. Christopher is A tier. His storyline throughout the show is a tragic one. He's the lackey of Tony, and he's kind of in the storyline. He's the caution of. He's the youngest of the gangsters, and he goes to show of that gangster life is really done because our generation really can't handle that type of life. He gets addicted to drugs, and he starts battling it, and eventually it just causes him to die from it. But it's actually Tony that kills him. He could have been saved from him, but Tony decides to kill him because he's a fucking junkie. But besides that, Christopher has is hilarious. He has some great lines, has some great moments in the show. He's basically kind of like the third main character of the show, if not maybe like the second. You know what I'm saying? He's basically like a quarter of the show, and he's great. So this is the therapist of the therapists, and he's a D. Well, it's maybe an F because he becomes douchey. Yeah, he's an F. He fucking becomes all douchey to fucking the therapist character, which I really like the therapist character. Spoiler: she might be A territory. We'll see though. This guy, I forgot his fucking name. I knew it too. I forgot his fucking name. He has a great episode where he tries to get out of the life, but he can't really leave being a gangster, so he fucking commits suicide. Cause plus he's being a fucking rat. He's all right. I just give him a C. He's all right. Nothing great majorly out of him because throughout the show he's kind of just there. But luckily they do give him a juicy episode. But for what he is, he's just all right. The same kind of goes with the priest character. In the beginning, they were kind of utilizing him a lot, but then throughout the series, they kind of dropped him off. But he was good when he does show up. Now this is another great character. Again, another actor from Scarface. This is the guy that played Frank in Scarface, Scarface's boss. the the mob boss that Scarface steals his girlfriend and fucking that's fucking her and shit. I always trust you, Frank, and I will lie to you. Yeah, fucking Frank then tries to kill Tony, and he's in the show. Feature Lamont, he's great. Again, he's a guy that was a gangster that went to jail, then gets out of jail, and he starts acting a fucking fool. But he's only in it for a few episodes. They don't really utilize him too much. So he's just a C, but he's a great high C. Also, maybe even the highest of the C's. So this is one of the boyfriends of the daughter of the gangster, Tony's daughter. And he's alright. I don't want to put him D because he's not forgettable, but he doesn't really have much impact on you. They roast him a lot, which is funny. Make fun of him a lot. Looks like Shaggy. One of the gangsters call him Shaggy. Hey, Shaggy. He really does look like fucking Shaggy. But for what he is, he's alright. Ooh. Now this is honestly a contender for A territory, but I'll just put him in B. Furio's great. He's one of the henchmen of Tony's. He's the actual only Italian person born in Italy. He's fucking badass. He does a lot of the fucking beating up people and shit. He's great. Storyline is great, where he falls in love with Tony's wife, but he knows he has to leave. Oh no, wait. Pause. Tony kills him because he's a junkie, or Tony kills him because Tony himself, is a junkie. Unpause. Tony kills him because the other guy is a junkie. Tony is not a junkie. He's kind of a alcoholic a little bit. He does do coke, but he's not a super junkie like Christopher. Christopher is nonstop doing coke and then eventually does heroin. But he does get help, but he keeps battling with it. Fucking eventually he causes them both to get in a car crash, and they're both still alive. Tony's a little less beaten up. Christopher's really in bad shape and choking on his blood. And Tony has the opportunity to save him, but instead he fucking plugs up his nose and he just chokes on his blood. I highly recommend just looking at that scene. It's brutal. It's brutal, bro. Brutal. Now this guy, GG, he's kind of honestly in D territory. He's just kind of forgettable. His death is pretty funny. He dies on the toilet trying to take a shit, Elvis style. Well, you really don't do too much. He's mainly just in the second season. Kind of forget him. He's just, yeah, he could be in D. This is one of Tony's girlfriends. Some of Tony's girls that he cheats on with his wife. On his wife with. Forgot her name though. God. Oh, fucking Gloria. This is Gloria. She's alright. I can give her a B. Again, she has a nice little story arc in the show. But she's kind of a little too crazy. It's like, goddamn. But she is pretty hot. But she's alright. Nothing really to probably be on. This, I don't even recognize this guy. Hit this. But I don't recognize one of these characters. I think this is an FBI agent. Can't believe I can't recognize this guy. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Is the I forgot his name. But he's one of the main FBI agents they follow. And I can love B. He's really funny. I like this actor. They utilize him pretty good in the beginning. Kind of drop him off. Then they utilize him more again towards the end. He's great. Really funny. Hesh. Hesh is the Jewish character of the show, and he's kind of one of the money lenders to Tony, and he's okay. I give him a C. Kind of just average. Doesn't really do anything too cool. Has some funny lines, but nothing really above and beyond. It kind of the same goes with this character. This is the white father-in-law of Tony, the Carmela's dad, and he's pretty funny. He's really old. He helps her build a house, which becomes a whole fiasco. But he's just kind of just there, not forgettable, but does a good job. But nothing too spectacular. And honestly, he had to be on a streak here. Same goes with this chick. This is Tony's first girlfriend. God, I forgot her name. Irina, I think. I think it's no, I think the other chick is Irene. I forgot her name. Svetlana. This is Svetlana. She's pretty bratty. She's kind of like the young hot chick that Tony gets with the fucking classic Eastern European prostitute. It was hilarious. So she might kind of get maybe get a B for that, but honestly, she's a C. She's great, but nothing spectacular for me, in my opinion, when it comes to her storyline. This one's a hard one because I think he kind of deserves B, but I'm kind of feeling C on him. This is Johnny Sack. He is the underboss of the New York crime battery. Uh oh. We're back to this shit. Test, test, test. Test, test. Test, test, test. Test. All right, there we go. Hello, hello. Oh my god, I hate this shit. What the fuck, dude? I hate this shit. I think the keys I got unplugged the USB cord. That sound a little double. Hello? Alright. Alright, whatever. Show goes on. Show goes on. Alright, so Johnny Sack. Uh God. He has some funny lines. A little good storyline with his wife. His wife's fat as fuck. Is she on here? No. Um uh I'm thinking he I'm gonna be harsh, you know? I'm thinking he's a C. He's alright, but I just feel like, now I'm one of now one of them like, yeah, that's a really cool character. He's just like, alright, Johnny Sack. Like, these characters are really, the bees. I really dig these characters, but they're not like the heavy hitters. See, they're just like, okay, they're good, they do their job, no harm, no foul. The D's are kind of like forgettable, who bland, kind of shitty, but not too insulting. F here, kind of insulting. This motherfucker. And this guy, this was the first New Jersey boss. This was actually the boss of Tony until Tony became the boss because this guy got cancer and died pretty quick in the series, like the third episode. So honestly, could maybe fall in the D's, but he was pretty cool. He that was a little bit of an impact, especially because he's played by a great actor. So that helps you memorize him a bit more, and it was cool. He was just chilling because he wasn't really doing much. He had cancer, and the little scenes he had with Tony were sweet. So it always boosted him to a C. Jackie Jr. I kind of like Jackie Jr. This storyline was pretty impactful because again, I was able to kind of relate with it. With being around his age, he was kind of a punk, but his character was pretty memorable. It might be kind of easy on him. He was the son of the guy that I just put up. This guy, this guy is his son, which he becomes a punk because his dad died of cancer, so he didn't really have a father figure. His dad's a gangster, so he kind of thinks he has to live up to that. But I really like his storyline. Mm, I give him a high C. Can't really give him a B. I'll give him a high C. He was cool, almost on the verge, but not quite there yet. Oh shit, Janice. Janice Soprano. Total bitch character, but I kind of do like her. She has some funny shit. I give her a B. She's very memorable. Great character. Her storyline of what it means to be the sister of a mob boss and how she's trying to like mooch off that. Now here we go. A tier, Junior Soprano. This is the uncle of Tony Soprano. He's hilarious. Junior is an old dude, so he has that old dude humor of forgetting his shit and he's still trying to be in power. He's like Joe Biden, basically, with the dementia and fucking like the references he fucking makes. Like, what the fuck? He's awesome. He's again kind of like one quarter of what the show is. He's like a huge storyline of the show. Of see where Christopher represents what it means to be a young gangster. Junior represents what it means to be an old gangster. A guy that's a senior citizen holding on, and is the yin and yang of that. That's why the show's great. It really shows all dynamics of life, from young to old to middle age. This is Carmine Jr., the son of the mob boss of the New York. He's the son of the fucking this guy. And he's kind of whatever. He gets a C. He has some funny lines because he's the most idiotic character of the show, which is kind of debatable to say, but he does his job. He's not forgettable, but nothing spectacular. The same kind of goes with this guy. This is Paulie Jr. He's alright. Has some funny lines here or there. Gets beaten up a lot. But for what he is. Now this character. I'm going to give her an A. This is Tony's mom. She's hilarious because she's just so negative. Again, that old people energy. I love her. It's really sad that she died. In real life, the actress died, so they kind of had to stop her storyline. They had more plans with it, but for who she is, she's amazing. For those first two seasons, sadly, in the second season, they kind of didn't utilize her that much. In the first season, she's basically the villain of the first season. This is Carmela's mom, and she's funny. She's really great. She might get a B, but she's not in it enough to really bolster that. But she's really funny. She's real whiny and shit. This is Matt. He is in the second season. Has a good storyline. Sadly, he dies, but kind of thankfully because he's a brat. He's again kind of like with Christopher, the representation of a young gangster, a new uppercomer, but he feels like that he's fucking chipping. He's just getting all the shitty jobs. He's kind of wasting his time. So he does some drastic shit to try to get bolster. He's like, we got college degrees. What the fuck we're doing? Just doing laundry and shit. But again, they didn't really utilize him too much. So, but he does a really good job. Very great storyline. This is the daughter of Tony Soprano, and she's great. I give her a B. Not amazing, but she is great. She's funny. She has a dynamic of what it means to be the daughter of a gangster. So I like her storyline throughout the whole show. This is the therapist of Tony, and honestly, I'm gonna give her respect and put her in A. Melfi's great. I do love Melfi. I love the scenes between her and Tony are hilarious. Just the amount of shit that he gives her. But she's a bad she's a badass chick. It does kind of suck that she just gives up on him. Even the actress herself didn't like that. She thought she would keep working with Tony instead of just telling Tony to fuck off because this motherfucker right here convinced her to do that. Which is, yeah, it was dumb. We're watching that shit. Pissed me off. So, deserves to be A tier. She deserves. She's kind of a quarter of the show, where her and Tony storyline is the huge, biggest, kind of the main driving force throughout the whole series, especially in the first season. This is, God, I forgot his fucking name. He's funny though. Chucky, I think his name's Chucky, and he dies in the first season. Sadly, he's the henchman of Junior Soprano, is like his number two. He's real kind of a smug guy, but sadly, they didn't really utilize him too much. So, I mean, they used him pretty good in the first season, but then they kill him off. So he was an impact, but not huge, big enough impact to be in the B territory. This is Noah. This is the first boyfriend of the daughter, Tony's daughter. He's okay. Kind of maybe could be in D, DBH, and he will. He's whatever. Kind of forgettable, honestly. This is Patsy, a henchman of Tony's, and he's alright. I like Patsy. And not one of the more impactful henchmen. But I like him. He does a good job. Now here we go. Another A tier. Polly, honestly, I think my favorite character of the show. He's hilarious, the most funniest one. He's badass. The actor in real life was a gangster, so this is probably the most authentic fucking character of The Sopranos. Because this guy was a real life gangster. And he's amazing. R.I.P. He just died sometime last year. Will be missed. Will be missed. I'm so sad and heartbroken. He was old, so it's kind of, you know, not a tragic death, but a sad one, regardless. And I think we got another A tier right here, honestly. Frank Vincent. I think he's the best villain of the show. His character, fucking Philly. Even though he is not that much in the show, when he is there, he's great. So I'm kind of going to give him an A, honestly. Oh, Big Pussy. Big Pussy's a great character. Real sad storyline. He's becomes a rat, but he's such close friends with everyone. He's the saddest one to become a rat. Guy gonna be kind of maybe an A, but I think he's fitting for a B. Not one of the juggernauts, but definitely a big heavy hitter of the show. Whew, cold here. Again, another one. This is fucking Ralphie. Ralphie's a bastard. Fucking rat face fuck. He does become a rat, but he's a total asshole. Arrogant, but he's hilarious. So fucking funny. But sadly, I mean, he was in it for 2 seasons. I'm gonna give him a B. Not a juggernaut, but definitely a heavy hitter of the show. A great villain. Another kind of similar situation. Great villain. This is Richie. This is the brother of the guy that used to be the first mob boss. He was in jail, comes out of jail, and it feels like he deserves to be fucking the mob boss, honestly. There's higher power and shit. A total asshole. Kind of more, not as funny as this guy, but more serious, but still has some great moments. This is the wife of the guy who was the first mob boss. And she's alright. She has some funny moments, but nothing too spectacular, nothing too heavy hitting. But she has some nice moments. So this is the actor is played by Frankie Valli. The actor is Frankie Valli. As y'all know, you know who that is, Stacy. I don't know if you're familiar with Jersey Boys or the Four Seasons, some of their songs. So this guy is a musician, and he's just kind of a small character. Honestly, could be in D. Hate to say it, kind of forgettable. But hate to say it, kind of forgettable. You know, it's cool that it's played by Frankie Valli. Doesn't really leave much of impact. So this is the other character to the young guys, young gangster guys who feel like they're being shitted on, getting the crappy jobs. This guy's just as good. I go, you'd be right next to his buddy. Because they're basically all always in the same scenes and they're hilarious. Silvio. He's honestly could be A tier, but I'm thinking just put him in the B's. But I feel like I'm doing a little bit of a disservice with that. But Silvio is fantastic, hilarious, awesome character, but God, I feel like I'm doing disservice. I'm putting him B, but I don't know. I'm gonna cut Silvio a break and put him in A. I really like Silvio. Silvio is hilarious. He's basically the number two of Tony. He has some great moments. He's a badass character. I love Silvio. Silvio's awesome. So this is the sister or cousin or whatever of the Russian of Tony's first girlfriend, the first girl that Tony cheats his wife on. She's alright. She's pretty cool. She has one leg. She has some funny lines, but overall, she's just kind of just whatever. I gave her a C. And here we go. The man of the hour, the supreme juggernaut of this show. Tony honestly is the best character of the show. Even though I do feel like I like Paulie kind of more, Tony's the best. Tony, just the duality, the many range of emotions that the actor James Gandolfini expresses in the show. He's some of the best acting ever. It's just the subtleties that he does, his mannerisms. He's hilarious, yet real tragic. Tony's the best. Tony, and he's just about in every fucking scene of the show. So this chick, another one of Tony's girlfriends, don't even remember her name, Valentina. She's alright. She's cute, but kind of forgettable. She gets caught on fire. Comes for a ball buster too for Tony out of nowhere. She gets a D because she should have known what's up. She might be in an F territory, but I'm gonna give her an F. You know what? Just to make the F a little bigger, cause she starts busting Tony's balls. Like, bitch. We already had two girlfriends that did that. Then we got a third one that's doing this. Like, okay, whatever with this bitch. So this guy, I forgot his name, Hannigan and something like that. He was in the first season just about only. He's the crooked cop of the show. Sadly, he was the only crooked cop. I think they showed like one more crooked cop, but it wasn't that big of a character. He's great, but again, since they really didn't get to utilize him too much, he just kind of falls in the seas. Vito. Vito, a character that was just kind of underutilized, but then they really got to utilize him in the last season. And I gotta say, Vito, not in the A's, but he deserves the B's. Vito's a great character. The storyline of a gay gangster is great, and he was just a phenomenal character. Really funny, super fat. This actor was legitimately super fat, but then he lost some weight, got a little better in shape. Still fat, but he was super fucking fat. Jesus. So here we go. I think this feels about right. As you can see, I think Sopranos has less F tier characters than Better Call Saul, just by one. Both still have a lot of great characters. Has less D characters. Do notice that. That's what I'm saying. I think Sopranos is a little bit of a better show for me, where more characters are kind of in Sopranos are more impactful, more interesting, kind of funnier. And plus, just the fact that The Sopranos is in the northeastern America, one of those all Italian neighborhoods, like like because this place takes place in New Jersey, and a lot of Italians, that Italian American aesthetic. I love that shit. You know, I should like Breaking Bad more aesthetic, because that's more cartel stuff, but I like the Italian stuff more. And with that, they're a little more funny, a little more attitude-y. Because fucking cartel people are too serious. But Italian gangsters, they're like, hey, oh, what you doing? Oh, it's hilarious. So, there we go. A Soprano tier list. Tony being the best. But honestly, I think I like Paulie more. Junior, hilarious, great. Christopher, great. Mom, even though she's not in it that much, sadly due to her death, but when she was great, great character, a great foil, because she's the mom of fucking Tony, but she wants him dead. Therapist, she's just awesome. She's just a badass, even though she knows she's not in a badass sense of like an action character, but for what she does, she's great. Phil, because I think he's probably the best villain, one of the best gangster villains, and Frank Vincent, such a great actor. He's hilarious, super fucking funny. And Silvio, even though I think Silvio really could be in B, I boost him up because he's hilarious. He's always has that scowl. And he's a great character. And then my B's, very memorable people, but not jerknauts, you know. Not the ones that really I feel like I quote and shit. Maybe kind of remember their line here and there, but these people in the A tiers, these are the people I'm getting T-shirts of. You know what I'm saying? And the C tier people, you know, they do their job. They're good. A lot of them are just like the gangsters, all side gangsters, and like the friends of the characters and shit. I feel like, yeah, because there's more characters in the Breaking Bad one. I mean, they're kind of even set. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, when it comes to C tier and B tier, Breaking Bad and Sopranos are kind of even match. Let's see. Better Call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for Breaking Bad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, TBH, I think honestly I'm being a little too liberal on the A tiers, but I'll be liberal because I think I could cut 2. I think Silvio could be B. And I think honestly maybe Frank Vincent could be B. Hate to be mean, but I'm keeping up there. All right, that about does it. I'm getting tired of talking, and want to go eat, just chill, watch more Breaking Better Call Saul, more TV. Plus, I'm getting tired a little bit. So, adios, amigos. I was thinking doing a Metro Prime, Metro Fusion stream, but last time I was playing, it was fucking acting super wonky. I was super frustrated with that, so I hate to say I probably won't film the ending of it, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe this weekend. Alright, adios, Stacy. Yeah. I always kind of wonder who would win a fight, Walter White or Tony Soprano, and who's better between the two, because that's hard to say. They're so great. There's so much similar to, but honestly, if I had to say which one's my favorite between the two, I think I have to go with Tony. Tony's a little just funnier and a little more lighthearted. And again, I love that Italian accent. Because Walter White is kind of too much of a sad fuck with the cancer. He's always frowning, but he's pretty up. Tries to be upbeat with it, but he is a little crazy, making the meth and shit. All right, adios. What do you say? Am I right? Am I tier list? Which one's a better show? Let me know in the comments below. All right, let me go before the mic goes kapooey.